coaches you guys from last year to this year?
Coach Cap is an outstanding offensive line coach. Outstanding. I mean, he's one of the reasons I came back for another year, and just he will take zero complacency. I mean, every single day, you are back to the wall. You got to produce, and that fire is what makes him such a good O-line coach and pushes us every single day to be the best we can be. He gets the most out of us, and that's great from him.
What were some of the other reasons you came back?
Just I knew how last year ended. That wasn't how I wanted to go out as a Spartan. I've been here that was my 4th year. I've seen the highs, I've seen the lows. I didn't want to go out on the low. I mean, I trust our roster. I know what we have. I know what we can do, and I want to be a part of it for another year. And then obviously Coach Cap.
Sorry, already been asked about Payton. Obviously transferring out of spring ball. I guess.
Yeah.
Somebody who's been playing with him, two-year captain. I guess what's your outlook on replacing, him with a new quarterback and what you see from those guys competing?
Yeah, I mean, both of those guys, Noah, Payton, I mean, they've stepped up tremendously. I mean, it's iron sharpens iron right now. I mean, they're the way they compete every day is making them both better players than I've seen them be in prior years. So I mean, and I Payton's one of my better friends. I wish him the best of luck. I'll be rooting for him every single game. He did what he felt he needed to do, and I respect his decision. But we still have our goals. Like I said, I mean, our goals are to win every game on our schedule, and we feel like we can definitely get that job done with whoever suits up back there behind us.
What's your putt secret?
Steady hand, man. Steady hand.
Every day in practice, you against the D-line. There's a lot of new faces on the D-line.
Yeah.
So what can you tell me about those guys?
Yeah, I think our front seven is going to be a really good part of our team this year. And going up against like a guy like Simeon Barrow, he's had a heck of an off season, and I'm really excited to go against him. Just like I said, iron sharpens iron, and the more guys that we have that can make plays on the D line, and we're seeing them every day in practice, that's just going to make both of us better. So I'm really excited to go up against those guys. I mean, there's a lot of new faces, and it's going to be very exciting to see what they can do throughout fall camp. I'm really excited about that.
Is there any one guy that you've been most impressed with of the new faces?
The new faces, man. I mean, I want to hype up the whole team. I think everyone's been great. You got a guy like Tamishe coming in. I think he's a heck of a player, and I'm excited to see what he does this season. He's here with us for spring ball. You got a guy like Jalen Sammy, who's just a huge human being. So I mean, I'm excited to go against those guys. We got a lot of different type of players. JJ, Dre, all those guys.
And Jacoby Windman at 250 pounds is an inside linebacker. Of course, he played some defensive end last year, but as an offensive lineman, when you work against him in practice, is he a little bit uncommon with his size and ability as an inside linebacker?
He can do it all. You see him in all different types of packages. Obviously he's played 2 positions since he's been here, and he's done very well at both of them. I think someone told me he might have been the only player to win Defensive Player of the Week at 2 different positions. So, I mean, in the same season, which is pretty remarkable when you think about it. So, I mean, he's a very good player, and we get better going against him every day in practice for sure.
JD, has there been any position group this offseason you've seen take the biggest leap, whether it's in the weight room or in practice?
I don't know if I can point out one specific group. I think we've all, as a team, we've just elevated. I mean, every single group. I mean, I'll say this. Our lifting group that I'm in is offensive line, defensive line. And I've been here this is my 5th year. I think this last month of July has been one of the better months of lifting I've ever witnessed here while I was at Michigan State. So, I mean, I can't wait to see what happens when we get the pads on because, we like to say the game starts with us. The game's won and lost of the offensive and defensive line. So I think that it's gonna be shown that we can win games, leaning on us.
In what ways has it been the best? Just guys hitting personal marks?
Yeah, just guys getting bigger, faster, stronger. The energy we bring is different. I mean, it's just you don't have to hype up anyone. I got goosebumps thinking about it right now. I mean, I can't wait to put the pads on just because we've been getting after it this offseason.
I saw the picture of Coach Cap cooking up some steaks for you guys last week. Does Coach Cap make a good steak?
Oh my gosh, man. Weight went up a little bit, which was good. Need to get the weight up, so.
You like your steak?
I mean,
you like your steaks?
Medium. Got to go medium rare possibly. We got to fix a couple guys. A couple guys got well done, so I mean they got to learn how to eat. They got some issues, so we got to straighten that out. But I mean, Coach Cap, he's always doing stuff like that for us.
Yeah.
We're always getting O-line activities going. I mean, he's just a coach you want to play for. I mean, you want to play for Coach Cap. I mean, I think I think he just won like Big Ten offensive line coach or something like that. I mean, it's showing. I mean, he's the guy. I mean, you want to play for him every single day. He makes practice fun. He makes meetings fun. And he makes you the best player you can be. And that's what you want from an O-line coach.
Pardon me if you've already been asked this. You talked about the putt-putt game.
Yeah.
What about the course? I mean, how are you guys out on the course? Because I saw Noah and those
Oh,
guys. The quarterbacks go out on the real course.
Listen, I played with Noah and Payton a couple times, and I got both of them confidently. So, I mean, I will say this, Payton was a good golfer, so that's where we kind of lose something at quarterback. I'm playing. But shout out to Payton, he's a very good golfer.
So who's got the longest drive?
The longest drive, I'll give it to me. I mean, I got a $35 driver 'cause someone stole my golf clubs out of my trunk. So, I mean, if anyone knows that someone that stole some golf clubs, they're probably mine. But, I mean, I pride myself off the long drive. You know, it's kind of my game right now. Got to chip away at the short game, get that a little better. But, I mean, I'm around like probably 320, 330 off the drive pretty consistently.
Nice. That's pretty good. How have I know you guys have been talking about a lot of team bonding activities.
Yeah.
Dodgeball, mini golf. How's that been?
Oh, it's awesome, man. That just helps the team, like I said earlier. I mean, just however much time you can spend with your guys outside of football, just not even, you don't even got to be doing football stuff, talking football, just getting to know your team. It just makes you so much better. You know the guy you're fighting for next to, you know maybe a little more personal stuff, all that. So I mean that's going to help us a lot. I know it's little things that might go over some people's heads, but in the moment, just getting all of us together, it's fun too. It makes it fun.
Anyone surprise you with their dodgeball abilities?
I mean, the quarterbacks were lights out in that regard. So, I'm trying to think. I think I won that too. I think my team won that. Don't take my word on that, but I'm pretty sure that my team won. I'm almost like 100% positive. So, I mean, I'm coming for Trey Mosley. Trey Mosley almost had the triple crown of activities. He had bowling, and then like a game night or something. It was like trivia night, and then I knocked him off on putt. So I mean, I couldn't let him get the triple crown. His head's already big enough in size, not in
Coach Bielema was asked about the Barbie movies. Have you guys seen Barbie or Oppenheimer? It's a big weekend.
Those we got to go and see those movies. I was talking to a couple guys about seeing those. As an offensive line, we actually just saw Insidious 3. So that was a pretty solid movie. I mean, I like horror movies here and there, but I definitely got to see those movies. Those look pretty good. Pretty good stuff.
I'm sure you were asked about
Energy going. Yeah.
I'm sure you were asked about this, but just the young guys that you've got coming up. I mean, you obviously came back for an extra year.
Yeah.
In the same act, but as mentors, what have you seen, and who have you seen emerging among those young guys in the off season?
Just seeing all those guys progress each day is, it's awesome to see that because, I've kind of seen a lot of them since their first day here up until now, and they've gotten a lot better. And guys like Ethan Boyd, like I said, I want to name them all because they all work so hard and they all deserve credit. And I don't know who's hearing this stuff. If they hear it, I want to shout them all out because they've just been working so hard this off season. And we're very demanding of them. It's not easy. We don't make it easy. As being a leader, I work to gain the trust, gain the respect of the guys. So when I do call them out and have uncomfortable conversations, they might hate me in the moment, but they understand I have the best interest for them. And building those relationships over the last couple of years has put me in a spot where I can really hold those guys accountable. And in the moment, they're it's like it sucks being held accountable, but at the end they're like, thank you. That's where I needed.
Have you noticed, like Coach Tucker has said, just as you've come through the program, the freshmen keep getting bigger and bigger frames?
Bigger, faster, stronger. I mean, they do a great job bringing in very good players, and our strength staff, our coaches, our nutritionists, they do a great job getting those guys to be at their best. So, I mean, I think we got something really good going.
With the veteran nature of your offensive line, is that enabling you guys to do more volume of plays and run more and improve intricacies and so forth?
I mean, our playbook is our playbook, but we can start taking a look at the bigger picture of things. So, I mean, we can have more complex conversations about, do we want to add in this wrinkle? Do you want to add in this wrinkle? Like, guys can understand that more instead of just being so, like, day one basic stuff. We can start advancing our knowledge, and just start learning. We can look past just the playbook and start learning more about the defenses and start using better terminology.
There's a lot of fans that were concerned with the last game of the season being moved from Spartan Stadium to Ford Field against Penn State at 9 on Friday.
Yeah.
So on some level, you guys will sort of lose your senior day or it'll be moved up. But
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about that game being moved?
I mean, that experience is going to be once in a lifetime. You know, I mean, I hope to be playing in stadiums like that for a while. But, you know, I mean, it's just awesome being able to be in an NFL stadium and do that. I know it's on, I'm pretty sure, Thanksgiving weekend.
It's on Friday.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think it'll be awesome. I think, you know, a lot of times people go home. We have a lot of people from the Detroit area, so I think that'll be a great turnout. I know there's a Lions game on that Thursday, so I think there's going to be I think this city's going to be bumping. I think it's going to be a really cool experience. I'm excited for it. When I first saw it, I mean, I got excited about it. So
The game against Michigan is going to be at Spartan Stadium is going to be a night game now. What are your thoughts on that? Is that game
I mean, I haven't really heard about that, but I mean, we'll play them anytime. You know, I mean, we'll play any game anytime. You know, just tell us when and we're there, and they're gonna get our best game. Everyone's gonna get our best game.
What makes you most pumped for this season?
Just having that taste in my mouth from last year, and just knowing what we can do as a team, and what our goals are, and how hard we've been working. I mean, it's just. I mean, this has been one of the longest summers because I've just been dreaming about putting the pads back on and playing. I mean, it can't happen any faster.